Welcome back to Funnysad with two hosts. One, Travis Nelson. Two,
Vanessa Don. We're back.
Yeah, and like every week, we have a great comedian on the show with us, and we're going to go through the Twitter, and we're going to pull out tweets that we think are funny, sad, notable, or just things we want to bring up and riff on. And our guest is Monica Nevi. What's up, Monica?
Woo!
Yay! Oh, yay! That's the best intro I've gotten in 7 months. Okay, thank you for cheering.
I still got it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. I guess. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
It's funny you said that, and then I'm like going back through my tweets, like, oh man, I don't know how we're gonna be more funny or more sad. I'm not sure.
No. You're good on
you
Twitter,
got
Monica.
good
You were good on Twitter. I enjoyed going back through and rereading it.
Sweet.
Yeah, you got
how
some
far back
gems.
are we going? I guess that's
all the way.
No. Oh, no.
All right, Vanessa, I'm going to let you start.
All right. Everyone has had to make some changes to stay afloat. Even the reindeer just got a delivery from DoorDasher. Hashtag I'm sorry.
That's a nice dad joke, I think. That's pretty good.
That joke honestly could have come from either of you, I think. I didn't see that one on there, but yeah, that to me sounds much like a Monica Nevi joke that Vanessa Dawn would love.
True.
Yeah.
Y'all know I'm corny.
No, we know.
I love a wordplay, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but that one, like, as I'm typing it, I'm like, oh, this is some pretty dad joke territory here. Like, that's why I was like, I'll see myself out. That's why.
Hey, that's what Twitter's for. Nobody pays for it, so it can be whatever you want it to be. My head coach in college used to say, overtime is our time. If we ever got into an overtime situation, I want that on my 80th birthday cake.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love
very
that
funny.
one too.
You think it'd be a good oldie?
It's so funny because I don't know. I'm very interested in old people. Like, I'm very interested.
Yeah, you did a documentary, right? 80 for 80.
Yeah, the 80 for 80.
Yeah, 80
Shout
for
out
80.
to 80 for 80.
I did a whole series on it. But I have this thing in my mind where I don't want to get that old. Like, especially probably because I've talked to people over the age of 80 so much, they're like, don't do it.
Search how to help white women start sucking or stop sucking so much. And it was just porn. Is that the answer or the problem? That's a thinker.
I forget, I think that was like the election day or right around it. And of course it was like the only group that went up in percentage voting for Trump was white women. And I was like, oh, that's my group. Like, why do we suck so bad? And so I think I did actually Google that, but it wasn't porn that really came up.
It's funnier that you said it was.
Yeah. See, that's where the writing comes in, you know? It's
That's why you get the big bucks.
So you flex the old creative muscle.
Yeah.
I like this one, and I think that this is something we've touched on before, but something that's a trend I'm seeing a lot, especially during this pandemic, which I guess makes sense. But your tweet says, is everyone who just got engaged the kindest, sweetest, caringest, kind-heartedest, lovingest person in the world? Because I have a feeling a few of you are the lying, which I've seen so many. Like I was saying, I've had friends get divorced and remarried during this pandemic, but like so many people just this year have just been like, I guess it's like going through it. Everyone's just like, you know what? Let's just hunker down. Whatever I've got that's what we're good forever. Let's just get through it.
This is going to be, I can't talk to anyone else right now, so I might as well. But that's what every fucking post, whenever they get engaged, they're like, oh, finally, the love of my life, the sweetest, kindest, most caring man in the world. And I'm like, you can't all say that because there's only going to be one that's the most, right? So some of you are fucking making it up.
Yeah, where's the honesty? Where's the person who's like, my significant other is trash, but I like trash.
I'm so excited to be engaged to the person who's in front of me and that I've been stuck with. Like, that's not gonna be honest.
This is the best I could do. That's what people just admit it.
Yeah, it's not easy to find someone during the pandemic. Like that's so much harder than whatever you get.
Yeah.
Right. Like, oh, you don't have a job either? Let's kick it.
Let's go. I'm free during the day.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
What's up?
Let me check my calendar. Am I free? Yes.
Great. Imagine if like you try to go on a date with someone and they're just like, no, even though they don't have shit to do. That would hurt. Like, are you doing anything next week? No. Well, you want to go out? No.
To be honest with you. I mean, maybe some people need to be more honest. Then you won't go on those dates where you're like, I really should have said no to this.
Right. Like those pity dates.
Yeah. You like feel awkward the whole time. You're like, oh.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to get the food and leave. Next tweet. COVID is really fucking up my entire trajectory for my comedy career. I spent years working for exposure, and now it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I like that one too. I had that one. I had that one in my tweets. That's a good one.
Because as you were reading it, I was like, wait, oh, I get it. It's my own tweet. I was like, hold on. Oh, that's it. Yeah.
I feel like we get one of those every episode where the person just like.
Well, and I was like, that's pretty sad, but it's also okay. That fits the category.
Yeah, we don't stick to the whole Funnysad thing very much either. We to begin with, we really did, but this just became more of it.
Yeah. Some of them were really sad, and we're just like,
Right. You're like, are you okay? We're just checking in.
Right.
Well, it's hard sometimes when you tweet about stuff that comics talk about, because you're like, well, maybe other people aren't gonna, like, it's a joke for us to be like, oh, you got paid in drink tickets or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
But normal people don't know that that's a bad thing.
Yeah,
or that's like you're like, no, it's only drink tickets, it's not money and drink tickets.
Right.
All right, I have this one I love, Monica, and I'm actually going to put my own spin on it because I read it in your voice, but I'm the one saying it, so I'm gonna have to say it in my voice.
Okay.
Kraft has to take down their send nudes campaign because some of you fucking prudes said they were sexualizing mac and cheese. Well, guess what? I have been sexualizing mac and cheese for years, and I would marry it and treat it like the little slut it is.
That was also a good one.
I feel like I liked it better, and you were very upset doing that.
I had a lot of fun saying that.
Yeah, that's good.
I almost picked that one, but I was like, it's a little long and my phone is cracked. I know I'll fuck it up if I try to read it.
Monica, how do you sexualize mac and cheese? Explain the process.
Oh, I talk dirty to it.
Like you're stirring the pot.
I mean, yeah, that sound is pretty sexy anyways, right? It's are you excited to see me, or are you just stirring a pot of mac and cheese?
I'm going to add a sound effect in right here.
Yes, you should.
Hey, Vanessa, it's your turn.
All right. Read the word VidCon as Vicodin 6 times and did not understand how there was a convention for that or how to get in.
I don't know if you guys do this very often. I read words like it's another word or something. I don't know. I read them wrong, not maybe in a dyslexic way. I'm not sure, but like I read the
You're
whole
about
word.
to say you do Vicodin.
I'm just thinking about Vicodin all the time. I don't know if you guys do this, but
anything with a V.
I was at a comedy club in Tucson, and they have in the comedy condo, they have like the Wi-Fi passwords on the desks so you can see what they are. And I read this 3 times, put it in my phone the way that I read it. It's a comedy condo, so I thought it was like intentional. And then the headliner asked me what the Wi-Fi password is, and I realized what it does say right before I say it out loud to him. And I was like, oh, and I started laughing really hard. And then I was like, oh, it says melodic tree. And he was like, what do you think it said? I was like, I've been reading it as mellow dick tree for like the whole time. I was just like, oh, I don't know what kind of tree that is, but that's funny. And just thought it was a joke. Like it takes me like a long time to think that it's right.
Just a laid back penis
Right.
tree. You know what I'm talking about?
That's some hardwood right there.
Yeah. The word apropos, I read as like apropos all the time. Like, is that like appropriate? Like someone jokingly being like, is that apropos? You know, like every time. That's like a word people use. And I'm just like, I read it and I'm like, that's not right every time. So
I've actually done that on this show many, many times.
like, this tweet was funnier when I read it wrong.
No, I say omnipotent. I say omnipotent. I do that.
I thought that was the right way till we got called out.
You didn't know either. Got you.
That's but yeah, Vanessa's not helping either. She can't correct you. She's
No,
just
I
like,
got
yeah,
Oklahoma
I guess
public
it's-
school education. What do you mean?
We never had a
They
chance.
taught us it was that.
Yeah, I got a cracked screen. I can't help you. I can't
I got a
even look
cracked
it
screen. Why'd I even go to college? This degree is not working.
Monica, I thought this one was also really funny. 62-year-old female python laid 7 eggs despite not being around a male python for 2 decades. In unrelated news, the eggs look a lot like that male snake keeper, which just fun. Just a fun guy fucked a snake joke.
Yeah. I have forgotten about some of these, so that's this is nice.
I feel like no one goes back through their tweets.
Yeah, you don't go back through your own tweets.
Yeah.
I should, apparently. It's
Yeah, it's a gold mine. It's a gold.
It is. All right. Me to a 7-year-old or our government. If you keep changing the rules last minute so you win, I'm not playing with you anymore. At first I was like, where's she going with this? And I was like, it's not wrong.
I mean, I've said that out loud many times. If you keep changing the rules, I'm not going to play.
Yeah, I think it's a lot easier to stop playing with the 7-year-old, though. It's pretty hard to stop playing with the government.
I've been trying.
Yeah. I mean, they'll stop you, though. They'll stop you.
That's true. They will figure it out.
Yeah, you can't rage quit so much on that one. This one probably funnier to people from the Pacific Northwest who have a dark sense of humor and maybe not elsewhere. Does anyone else water their dead plants like that orca whale who carried her dead baby around for weeks?
I didn't even know about that. What?
It was on the news for like a long time, but her baby was like a stillborn or something, but she got carried it around. It was dead for like long. That's not funny, but it is like that's how I feel. I would still water the plants that were already dead. But I feel like everybody who did like that tweet was from the Northwest, and I did get some responses that were like, "This is too dark."
Never listen to those responses.
My bad. Yeah,
they're wrong. You're right.
Because a few people were like, "It's us. Look it."
Yeah. I have a similar. I had 2 houseplants, and then I put one outside. It got cold, and I just never went out on my porch to water it because it was cold. And one of my old roommates was crashing with us for like a couple months, and she stopped by, and we were all hanging out. She's like, "What happened to the other plant?" And I made up this whole story. I'm like, "Oh, I was outside, and goddamn guys working on the roof knocked it over and killed it." So, and sure enough, before the night was over, she opened the blinds and looked at them. She's like, "The plant is right there." Yeah, but it's dead.
Just making this elaborate story.
I will lie till I get caught.
That's hilarious.
I do that sometimes too. Like if a plant dies, I just water it for like a week just to see if it comes back. Maybe.
Yeah, well, sometimes when you get like a bouquet of flowers and some of them start to droop, then you change the water and they like perk back up. I'm like, all right, maybe that's what happened, but this is like pretty dead.
So is there anything you want to promote? Obviously, your stand-up album and now your meditation album?
Yeah. I have a stand-up live recorded album in the before times. I recorded it in December. It's out already. It's called Mostly Finger Guns. It's kind of crazy to listen to because there's 200 people in a basement right next to each other, but it's also kind of nice. And then the first week of December 1st, I am releasing a guided meditation album, which I know is confusing for people. And some people think it's a joke, like I'm not really doing it, but I am. they're like funny. It's like comedic meditation, I guess. I don't know. I swear and stuff, and each track is like a different theme. So it'd be like for stress at work, or a meditation before you gather with your family, like those types of things. But I also had a composer from Los Angeles do original music for it. So it's all like, all the music is like great. And I mean, they're funny, but they're actually pretty relaxing. So, and that one's
That's
called
awesome.
Chill.
That's actually a really good idea. And I knew you did the meditation, but like making it into an album is a really cool idea.
Yeah, well, and I haven't. So I used to do a monthly just on YouTube, and then started working on the album. I mean, honestly, probably like a year and a half ago, because it is quite this process of recording and then having him obviously make the music, put it to music, you know, whatever. And so I'm like, I mean, I love my stand-up album. I think it's very good, but I'm more excited for this one. It's also easier for me to listen to this one over and over again, because the stand-up, you're like, well, I do this every night. And at this point, I wish they reacted a little bit different to this part, and they didn't, and I can't change that. But with the meditation, you're like, this is great. And he did such a great job. His name is Jeremy Shabo. And so I like kind of enjoy listening to it and editing that a little bit more. But there'll be a music video out this week, and then the album will come out. And the Mostly Finger Guns went #1. If this one goes #1, that's like the fastest that's happened in, within a month. So that would be cool if people also got this one. So I'm excited for that. But everything is my name, Monica Nevi, at Monica Nevi, or monicanevi.com or whatever, if you want information about any of that stuff.
Hopefully everybody goes and buys Monica's albums and follow her on social media. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And follow me and Vanessa, and like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, you goddamn freeloaders. Why haven't you?
Right? Stay posted on our bullshit.
All right, Monica, thank you so much for doing it. We'll catch you guys next time.